The summer I turned 18, I got my dream job as a counselor at Whispering Pines Summer Camp. It was nestled deep in the pine forests of northern Minnesota, surrounded by nothing but woods for miles. On my first weekend off, I decided to walk into town to get some supplies. That's when I first saw him, an elderly man, probably in his late 60s, sitting on a bench by the side of the road, just watching. He had kind eyes and a gentle smile, and he waved as I passed by. "Beautiful morning, isn't it?" he called out. I nodded and kept walking. Little did I know that this innocent encounter would change everything. The next day, I saw him again. This time he was near the camp entrance, leaning against a tree with binoculars around his neck, watching the campers play. When I passed, he smiled. "Lovely group of kids you have there," he said. "Name's Henry." I told him mine and kept moving. What disturbed me wasn't his presence, but the fact that I'd seen him in 2 different places already. That evening, as I was closing the camp store, I noticed movement outside. Henry was standing outside the window, just watching. When he saw me, he gave a slight nod before disappearing into the woods. My supervisor dismissed my concerns, saying he was probably just an old retiree enjoying the view. But something didn't feel right. The situation escalated quickly. Henry started appearing everywhere. On my morning runs, I'd find him sitting on a log I always used as a resting point. On my way to the staff cabin, he'd be waiting by the path with a thermos, offering me coffee. His smile never wavered, but his eyes held something unsettling, a patience that bordered on obsession. One evening, I found him standing near the girls' cabin, watching through a window. When I confronted him, he just said, "Just making sure everything's safe around here." That's when I noticed the camp keys on his ring. My blood ran cold as I realized he must have stolen them at some point. I grabbed my phone and called my supervisor as Henry started walking toward me, his pace unnervingly steady. My supervisor and the camp director arrived with flashlights. When they spotted Henry, their expressions hardened. It turned out Henry wasn't just some harmless retiree. He was a convicted child predator who had been paroled 2 months prior. All those years he'd lived in the town, watching, waiting for the perfect opportunity. The police arrived quickly, and Henry was taken away without resistance. As he was led to the squad car, he looked at me and gave that same gentle smile. "I just wanted to protect you," he whispered before getting in. That summer, the woods didn't whisper secrets anymore. They screamed warnings. Every shadow still makes me look twice, and every friendly face hides the question, what are they really watching?